I built a simple bench using sheet pine boards. Now this is a quick and easy build, and I'm going to show you the whole process, including all of my mistakes, so you can see the real side of woodworking. Many folks have asked me in the past about plans for my builds, so here's a behind the scenes look of how I began this project. But seriously, I usually don't draw up formal plans. I'm a big internal thinker, and it's usually easier and more fun for me to just work things out in my head. So, as long as I have a mental picture of the end product and basic measurements in mind, that's usually enough to get started. Probably not the best way to do things, but I'm having a good time. I wanted a simple, clean look for this bench, so I decided to add a taper to the legs. To get consistent, repeatable cuts, I made a quick jig out of scrap wood. I just eyeballed how much I wanted to remove from each leg, then used CA glue and activator to attach the rails to some plywood. The legs fit right in, so I could run them all through the table saw, and they came out identical. Next, I cut out some braces to attach the four legs, and here's where mistake number one came in. I cut the brace to fit perfectly between the legs, then realized after the cut that it would probably look better with the bracing vertical, not horizontal. Since that piece was now scrap, my impulse got the best of me, and I decided to toss it at my table saw while it was turned on. From a safe distance, of course. Watching that kickback was a weird mix of wonder and also straight fear, just seeing how powerful table saw kickback can be. But with that out of the way, it was on to the actual build. Because I was going for a clean, simple look, and pine is not great for classic joinery since it splits so easily, I attached everything with pocket hole screws. Now with this Craig jig, you need to set both the drill and the guide to the thickness of the material, so I set it to 1 inch. After drilling all the legs and braces, I realized mistake number two had been made.
Okay, so I just made an incredibly stupid mistake. So, on this Craig jig here, dadgum, I freaking lost it. It says 1.5. It says 3/4. I set it for 1 inch thick material by setting it right there. This is 3/4 inch thick material, so now all of my screws that I'm attaching are popping out the bottom side, producing a lot of tear out. So we're going to change course and we're going to do dowels instead.
This isn't ideal, but the pocket hole screws were on the inside and hidden anyways, and I knew the bench would be painted in the end, so the dowels wouldn't really be visible. I made a little jig to help attach all of the legs with dowels. It's just two boards screwed together with hole guides I made from the drill press to make sure that the holes I drilled by hand were perfectly straight. I also marked my drill bit with a Sharpie so I knew exactly how deep to drill. I found that lightly attaching the boards with CA glue and activator, while not very strong on end grain, was helpful just to hold things in place while setting the dowels, and a clamp was really helpful here too. If you're enjoying watching this bench come together so far, or just laughing at my mistakes and lack of skill, go ahead and give the video a like. It really helps me keep making more builds like this. Thanks. Despite these mistakes so far, I hadn't yet made the pocket holes for the boards connecting the two sets of legs, so I was able to readjust the depth gauge and attach those properly without any problems. Then it was just a matter of adding some braces along the length of the bench to make it more sturdy. Now I didn't have a clamp long enough to hold this long piece in place, but you can totally just connect two clamps to extend your reach, which is really helpful. Now here's where the third mistake came. Or maybe not mistake, but just a weird choice. In hindsight, I'm not entirely sure why, but I wanted a strong connection for this brace, so I used screws and recessed the holes so I could cover them with dowels for a consistent look. This worked great, but I'm not really sure why I didn't do this for other connection points or why I didn't just stick to dowels. It would have worked fine either way, but I guess this is just the downside of not making plans ahead of time. After some sanding and cleanup, this base was ready to go, and now it's on to making the top of the bench. Now, I started with a long board here that I cut to length using a straight edge guide. Once I had the top cut to size, I rounded all the edges over with a small roundover bit. This is usually my go-to edge profile for furniture. Now the board had a couple of knot holes throughout that were mostly solid, but I didn't want them falling out down the road, so I used some thin CA glue and activator to make sure that they stayed put. Then it was back to my favorite task, sanding. I sanded the bench with 120 grit sandpaper, then moved up to 220 grit sandpaper before finishing by hand sanding the rounded edges. Next, it was just a matter of attaching the two pieces together. So I measured it out and made sure the top was properly positioned, perfectly centered, and then marked where I wanted it. Then I used the highest quality glue spreader that I own, aka my finger, and spread some wood glue along the edges. I also used pocket hole screws in the base to attach it to the top. I figured between the glue and the screws, this thing shouldn't squeak at all. The final step was to paint the bench, and then it was all done. So here it is, a bench made from cheap lumber. It's not the most durable or long lasting piece of furniture, but it's an easy build, it's inexpensive, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be better than the cheap IKEA stuff you'd buy otherwise.